welcome back to another episode of Cabin Crew Simulator here on Roblox, where today we're talking about the cargo update that is coming to Cabin Crew Simulator. And before you get too excited, right, hear me out, right? I may have just tricked you, but listen right now. What I want to talk about today is a cargo update, and that's because I get so many people asking me right now about a cargo update, what I think about it. They should add one in, and I want to tell you guys his thoughts about this. Now, before we go anywhere, I just want to say, again, if you enjoy this, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new around here, and leave a comment saying SENIAC will play some more, and we'll play more Cabin Crew. Also, guys, the new update's coming out soon, so subscribe to be notified. Now, a lot of people talk to me and approach me and tag me and post and whatever about a cargo update in Cabin Crew Simulator. They want to know my thoughts. They want to know what I think about it. Should we have one? Yes or no? And this is the short answer. No. Okay? Right, I know I've made a video in the past about it, but my thought is no. And by that logic, I should end the video right here and we should continue with our day. Right, guys? Do you agree? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you agree we should have a cargo update in this game? I say no. But I want to kind of, you know, I want to see what could potentially come within this. Now, what people don't realize is, right, that this is, and it's kind of wild to even say right now, a lot of people don't realize that this is a game where you simulate being cabin crew, okay? People don't realize this, and that is kind of hilarious, but at the same time, some people don't realize that commercial planes that you have passengers on and cabin crew also transport cargo. So maybe a cargo update could work. Now, if you went into the Cabin Crew Discord, you would know, right, that there's 100 million posts about cargo services in there. There's this one here. This one's got over 500 comments. It's people are consistently posting in here right now. There is so many X's, thumbs downs. Somebody's posted the skull symbol. Someone's not happy right now. Someone said no. But basically, right, let's just look at this, okay? Let's humor the idea of a cargo update in the game and then see if we can change our minds. Right. So, this person here says, your boy Spider right now. My suggestion is to add cargo aircraft and cargo airlines to the game. Right. My first thought is no. Right, this is Cabin Crew Simulator. This is not Airport Simulator. This is not Cargo Plane Simulator. This is a game where you are cabin crew on a passenger plane and you need to serve. That is what this game is. You're not winning me round yet, Spider. You're not winning me round just yet. My suggestion will keep the game interesting and make it feel consistently new for all players. No matter how long they've played, it will take existing or new aircraft, revamp the interiors. The developer's going to be happy about that, revamping all the interiors. And how they are utilizing the game to create a whole new pathway for players that will have to work through while experiencing constant new things. This update will add new emergencies, minor, major changes, Easter eggs, opportunities to improve upon the past, blah, 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 and then add new planes. Right. They don't really say much, but basically, right, they want cargo. They don't say how they want cargo. They do have some images to do with cargo. And basically, all it boils down to is new planes. Now, this is my thought process, okay? Obvious answer is no, okay? But if we humor the idea, could there potentially be cargo in the game? Wow. What we got to think of is, how can the game implement cargo without changing anything and still keeping this a cabin crew simulator game? Well, believe it or not, boys, lots of passenger planes do carry cargo. It does, okay? There's no beating around the bush. So having cargo in this game wouldn't be weird, okay? It would not be weird. Now, if I create this flight here real quickly, and we'll see right now how cargo could potentially be loaded onto a plane. So we've got to go to gate 2 right now. And I've got some ideas behind this. I've got a thought process. I want to see if you guys could see this actually working. So if I go free cam right now, you can see my big, beautiful A380. There's also another big, beautiful A380 behind. Now, we have in the game right now, where is it? Baggage is being loaded onto the plane. Now, in here, obviously, we have a cargo bay area. We also have another one just over here. And for at the moment, I think while they're doing the food galley, we don't load up here, but I think we might do after. Each plane does have an underbelly where cargo could be stored. So it's not like the developers couldn't add the ability to add cargo in the game. But the question is, why would this be beneficial to a cabin crew simulator game? So we know we could add it, we know we can have it, but now the question becomes, why? Wow, there's lots of things in this game that we do that don't really revolve around being cabin crew. So there is parts of the game that don't make sense. So when people say, oh, you can't add that in, this is a game where you simulate being cabin crew. But we buy aircraft with the money we earn working on planes. We can design our own liveries. We can create our own alliances. We could add stuff. We can customize the seats. We can paint the aircraft. We have this stuff, and it has no relativeness to being cabin crew. Cabin crew do not have the deciding factor on this. So it's not like this game doesn't have stuff like that. So now you got to think, okay, we can have cargo on the plane, and the game does kind of include stuff that revolve around not being cabin crew. Now we're starting to snowball. Now we're going step by step for going, okay, so SENIAC, tell me more. How could cargo work then? What would it do? Do we make money? How do we load it? Do we choose it? See, now we've stumbled upon this conversation of maybe cargo could get added into the game. But we need to know the finer details, okay? We need to know the finer details. I truly think, right, if they were to do it, if I reset my character one more time, let me just respawn right now, reset my character. Obviously, you would choose cargo when you create a flight. Now, flights have demands. So if I go to like Full Air right now and pick the plane, you can customize it. You could choose, as you can choose the seat layouts in the customization, maybe we can have a section where we choose how much of the underbelly of the plane do we want to kind of utilize for cargo versus passenger baggage. Now that adds a whole new system, because if we could choose, just like how we can choose these seat layouts, if we could choose on the underbelly down here, how much percentage of our cargo storage area is for passengers' bags and kind of commercial cargo, that then changes. One, you could say 100% for cargo, so you could earn money from that. But if you give 10% for passengers, then you earn money from passengers carrying bags. And you've got to decide whether you want to focus on the passengers and earning money from their baggage, or earning money from the cargo on the underbelly. That then leads down a different route. But it still doesn't make sense. It's like a simple case of, well, this is a cabin crew simulator. But if we have all the other management behind this, why not be able to control what we store underneath? Because you don't know this. You get on a plane right now, and 9 times out of 10, the plane is loaded up with cargo that is nothing to do with the passengers. It could be anything. It's another way commercial planes earn money and revenue transporting goods and passengers. Why do you think budget airlines kind of make their ticket prices so cheap? It's because it's been subsidized by some of the cargo that they're carrying. It happens in real life. So why not in this game? So you could customize how much percentage you want to give up. It means you earn less from passengers, but then you earn more from cargo. But when you create a flight, depending on where you're flying to, we have a passenger demand. Now, what if next to it, there was a circle here? Oh, you can't see my face in the way. What if there was a circle here in yellow that was a cargo demand? So let's say I created a flight and I said 50-50 in the cargo hall that it's going to be passenger cargo and commercial cargo. That means I could fly to, for example, Tahiti, which is very, very full. But Tahiti could have like maybe a 0 or 5% cargo demand. That means I'll make lots of money with passengers. But because I designated half of my kind of hull underneath the plane to be commercial cargo, it means I technically now are not making as much money because I sacrificed not having passengers' bags for commercial cargo. But Tahiti doesn't have a high demand. So now it's gone against me. Now I've got to try and focus and change my plane to be solely passenger. But then the opposite could happen. You could fly to a destination that has next to no demand. Like London right now has a very, very low demand. But it could have a very, very high cargo demand. So then I would customize my plane to be able to hold more cargo. So while I am flying to London with less passengers, I'm subsidizing my money with carrying more cargo. Now, as cabin crew, I don't need to do nothing. All I say is a percentage of my cargo under the plane is designated to commercial goods. And then I just fly, okay? And if it gets filled up, it gets filled up. And what will be kind of cool then is we then do get to see a brand new loading animation, like how they load the bags. We can then start seeing them loading up the cargo. That is the only way I can see the game adding cargo. That's the only way I can see it right now. The only way. Any other way makes no sense. So, before I recap this, let me know what you think. Do you have your own ideas? Do you agree with my idea on how it should be implemented? But I'm going to recap it right now, okay? I'm going to recap it. First and foremost, should cargo be added into the game? The obvious answer would be no. This is a cabin crew simulator. But then, when you think about other stuff, how do we get a yes answer? Well, to get a yes answer, we got to think cargo is nothing to do with cabin crew, but there's lots of features in this game that revolve around not being cabin crew. We know this from like buying planes, customizing seats, all that kind of jazz. Cabin crew do not do that. So this game does have the ability to do non-cabin crew stuff. So that ticks the first box with cargo. How and what do we do in terms of getting it on the plane? Well, we have haulage or cargo areas underneath. All we need to do is in the plane customization, decide on a slider how much percentage is for commercial goods, how much percentage is for passengers' bags. Once we've kind of configured that, then all we need to have is a new demand on the flight screen. Just like how we see the passenger demand, we have a cargo demand. And the strategic play is, if I do 50-50 down the middle, and I fly to a place with high passenger demand, low cargo demand, I've lost out on money. So you'll be always constantly chopping and changing, making sure and adjusting your cargo capacity to where you're flying to. But if you had a flight with low passengers, high cargo, you could just flip the plane and just then earn minimal money on the passengers, but maximum money on the cargo side and still make money. But you don't need to do nothing. All it's a case of you just customize the underbelly of the plane on what percentages it holds, fly to your destination, and how much cash you earn is all based on the demands. That is the only way I can see it working. Any other way does not work because at the end of the day, this is Cabin Crew Simulator, okay? That's all it is. Now, the developers might watch this and go, do you know what? SENIAC's got a point there. He's got a great idea there. Commercial planes do carry cargo goods, commercial goods. Why can't we do it? How do we implement it? SENIAC's got a brilliant idea. It's just a small feature, a small add-on to add to it. Now that they've done the food galley, you can see that this section's now opening. You could argue on this, right? Maybe they only put bags on the front, cargo on the back, or they only load 10% of the bags because that's what I selected. 90% then of the cargo goods. We have a whole new animation, which would mean obviously adds more realism. That adds so much more realism to the game, and I know the developers want to add more realism to the game. But it would then make us taxiing to the runway a little bit longer. Gives us more time to get all the passengers on the plane and all that kind of jazz. So it could work. Anything else, cargo planes, would not work, right? Putting the cargo on the plane yourself, choosing contracts, none of that works because it doesn't revolve around being cabin crew, okay? I'm just trying to think logically of how what the game is, how it would work if you could. So, short answer, no. We do not need or should not have cargo in Cabin Crew Simulator. The long answer, yes. But it's got to be a very, very minimal way in which we interact with it. Because this is Cabin Crew Simulator. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. Do you think my idea sounds good? If it does, let me know. And let me know what you would change. Remember, this is Cabin Crew Simulator. Not create my own airline, build an airport, fly the plane simulator. Okay? Get out of here. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.